one of the areas that people normally didn't take notice of until the banks were not willing to extend loan before people started coming in. Now, before I even answer your question, let's try to find out why are the microfinances having challenge. That is one thing that I try to study before coming to. We realize that the microfinances deal with more or less, like I mentioned earlier, the small businesses, and that is where they go to get their fund. And the small businesses are not in offices. Small businesses are not in a big area. Small businesses are outside there, striving to make some living. And in order to reach out to them to even seek the deposit fund from them by the microfinances, you need to recruit people that will visit them from day to day, assuming they were taking deposit like they used to do. And one of the things I realized was that the people that were being sent to the field to do the work were relegated. They were not people that much attention were being given to. People in offices can be paid as more as 10 times of what the person working in sun sweating do. So in order to be a unique entity when it comes to microcrediting, what I did was to set up a unique system whereby we come to agree that monies are not in offices. Monies are outside there. So if people are going outside, what do? You have to make sure that you also equally value them. Like somebody who put on suit and sit beside the PC, you give them the necessary tools, you make their transportation easier for them. Like the microfinance, people were walking from places to places to recoup money. And at the end of the day, some of them, even their salaries and other things become a challenge. So one thing I did that has made us unique was to give a special attention to our workforce, ensuring that people are being paid purely on their productivity, instead of taking people based on their academic background, giving them all the required money that they needed, and sometimes it does not correlate with the productivity of the people. What did I do by then? I try as much as I could to match productivity against remuneration. So my workers, I put much attention on their health. So over here, when workers are sick, they go to hospital, the company pay. Two of their children, when they are sick, they go to the hospital, company pay. When their wife goes to the hospital, company paid. We give them motorbikes to facilitate the field transportation, which are fuel every week, which other of my competitors are not doing. Neither do they give much attention to such workers. Now, when you take the person, let's say you have a secondary school qualification, and then in terms of reproductivity, you tend to perform more than a first degree person, and I pay the first degree as twice as that person. It means indirectly I'm discouraging the person. So what do I do? If the person have the necessary ability to equally match up with the degree, why don't you equally pay or even pay more? So these are some of the basic things I put in place, and they're actually working. And because of that, you have our attrition rate, situation whereby people, because in this job of ours, people employ people, the next day they are gone. They employ, the next day they are gone. Some of them are in the process of giving loans or they have given. And if they resign, automatically, because they were dealing with the client directly, you end up having challenges in recovering this particular money, which over here we hardly encounter that, because workers are being treated very well. Like you've got to our office, the offices are very silent. All of us, as a CEO, I'm in very soon, I may step out. My deputy or operation head, he just came here for an interview, he's going out. So we've come to understand that monies are no more in the offices or just putting on suit. Monies are outside there, and for that reason, people that go outside there, we must give them the necessary premium, the necessary attention, empower them to have that willingness to go there without necessarily thinking about getting to office and sit idle, waiting for results that will never come. And I think that is an area that we've done very, very well. Currently, we have a total workforce of 118, and hardly within a year will you see even two of our workforce saying that they are resigning voluntarily. No. We will rather, if we are not satisfied with your input, sometimes we query. If you are not working, sometimes we have to release you because we've set a standard that are very competitive. And I think that is an area that makes us stand out against others. Also, even comparing our recovery rate to be that very, very strong, because workers' special attention are being given to the workforce. We empower them, their senate are paid, everything are being done, even better than what the government sector may do. And that makes us unique. which was a major challenge when it comes to the microcrediting, because they employ people and they see them as to go outside there, go and get people, and even remuneration, good packages was a problem. And I realized that if the work is outside there and the people are going outside there, then they are the people we need to give the necessary and the much attention. And I think that is what has played to our advantage.